John 5:42. Sed cognovi vos, quia dilectionem Dei non habetis in vobis. But I know you all, that you do not have the love of God in you or in yourselves. Cognoi is really one of the things we want to notice here. It comes from the word cognosco, cognoscere, etc. But like all compounds formed from this word, nosco, which is a verb all unto itself, it has a peculiar tense-shifted aspect to it. That is to say, when we see the perfect and pluperfect tenses of cognosco being used, we've got to move forward one tense in our minds. So cognoi should be translated, if we're going to translate it, with a present tense in English, I know. If we wanted to express the past, we'd have to use the pluperfect. I'm not sure what, that's not any kind of proper abbreviation. Let's just write it out here. Pluperfect is what we'd have to use if we wanted to express past with this verb. So everything is sort of tense shifted. So here, I know now in the present, you, I know you. This is like the German verb kennen. It's not so much a thing that we know the quality of these people and who they are. That is you all. Now here we get an unexpected quia, but this is a kind of expression that we find in the Bible generally and in the Vulgate Bible in particular quite often. You can think of the old King James version of a particular verse that says, "See the lilies, how they grow." This is just sort of a peculiar syntactical quirk. In any case, it makes good sense in Latin too, if we think about it for a moment and we look at the whole context. But I know you. Now, we might have introduced an accusative infinitive construction here, but we've mentioned many times before that such constructions are not actually very common in the Vulgate. Constructions with quia are more common. I know that you do not have the love of God in yourselves. So maybe what we would expect. Here we've got literally, I know you that you do not have what? The dilectionem Dei. You do not have the love of God. This word dilectio is more common in later Latin, so it's kind of a notable feature of the Vulgate here. It gives a little bit of a late antique flavor. We also want to note that Dei here is what we call an objective genitive or objective genitive. That is love for God, probably. But there is some ambiguity here. Does this mean the love of God? That is God's love. You don't have that in you. Or does it mean love for God in that objective sense? That is, does the genitive express the object of the verbal idea in loving? Or is it the subject? Is it God's loving or love for God that we mean here? That's an interpretive question that, let's say, is beyond our pay grade just for this particular video. But you should be aware of that objective genitive possibility in this case, that it may mean love for God. You don't have love for God in you.